What's up, guys? So today we have the Wired Cruiser 2025 edition. What this bike features: a 60 volt dual battery, 3200 peak output, 153 newton meters of torque, and the ability to go to class 1, 2, or 3. This is the Wired Cruiser, still in the box. Hello, puppy. He can't wait to see it. Check him out in good boy form. He is waiting with anticipation. Now, the most craziest thing about this box number is what I've seen was it looks like a freaking TV. Why does it look like a TV? Wired? I had the guy ask me when I got the box. He's like, "Bro, is this a TV?" It's like, "No, man, it's a bike." He's like, "Yeah, I thought so. I've never had a TV this heavy in a while." Like, yeah, it's a big box. Oh, there's the other puppy. Here's puppy 1 and 2. Yup, more snoofsnoffers. And then another snoofsnoffers. There we go. And now we're back into trying to open up this box. I'll be back after I've opened it up and I got her set up. I might have little clips in here in between. But yeah, I'll see you then. And one of the first few things I'm noticing about this box, looks like it's been tossed and turned. Even got a big old flappy flap. But let's not worry too much about that right now. Let's see how it is once we open it. Well, the packaging is kind of lackluster if you ask me. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's unveil the box. Oh, look at that! Looks wonderful. And the floor is going to come out. This little elastic. Could have a bit more in some areas. Like right here, in case that chain smacks it. It's a big crankshaft. So, this is the unboxing of it. Oh, doesn't want to come off. Now that is so green. I did run into some problems. This is footage of the plastic that he's pulling off in this video. It melted onto my rim, and I had to figure out a way to pop it off, and I ended up bending the rotor because, as you see, it is not gently coming off. And when I went to Wicked about it, they were very Wired, they were very unconcerned about it to them. Somehow the bike that they just sent me was a you problem for me rather than them, which doesn't really make sense if you ask me. So I cannot recommend them if you're looking for a bike for reliability, because they seem to have no accountability. And why I say that is because the simple fact of this battery right here, I am currently using grip gloves to try and pull it off. I am 28 years old. I'm fairly good shape. I feel like I should be able to easily pull this off, but yet I'm having to use ridiculously amounts of strength in order to pull it off. It is unlocked, you will see, so it's kind of just like I've had to use these ridiculous gloves just to even get this off, and I'm pushing it back in and pulling it out just to showcase just how strong you have to be in order to yank it out. Now, I don't know if this is a defect or not. When I brought it up to them, they said this is how it's supposed to be. So if you're an older person and you're considering getting this bike, this is not the one, because you're not supposed to leave these batteries in your garage or inside the bike, especially if you're in humid areas or areas where it's going to get cold. Because if this bike battery is cold and you're cold, then that bike battery is going to be cold, and that's going to damage it over time. So I would not recommend it. If you have to leave them in there, then it's just not worth it. It's not worth it, honestly. I would say get a different bike. Okay, guys, and here we have the Wired, and here we see that she has rear views. Good old big crankshaft on the other side, and big wheeled tires, all terrains, canvas. They are 26s, I believe my memory serves me correctly, and then 3200 peak hand attack motor, which is nice. It does sound very, very high quality. Another big gripe I forgot to mention earlier on is getting the fender cargo rack on. you have to literally take off the entire cargo rack in order to get the fender on, and then set it in properly. Completely different. It was a funky process. I got it on, as you see, but that definitely was a process. It almost felt like it was screwed on somewhere it didn't need to be, and you had to take it off and put it back on the correct way just so you can get the fender on. What's up, guys? I am super stoked to take the bike out, and we are on the road. So I was super excited to get this finally going. I had such a hard time getting it up and going, and what you see on the screen is my specs. My arm reach 27 inches, my legs inner seam 31, so I'm well equipped to handle the bike. I am very excited to get it on the road. This is a class 2, but I have it unlocked for this purpose, to take it out. I want to take it up the hill and see how it performs. But first things that I have noticed is that the bike is very, very torquey. Just sudden bumps in the road cause the pedals to, like, if you shift your weight and the pedal goes down too much, you automatically start getting power, which I don't like, because it starts making the ride very jerky. And yeah, you got great suspension backing you with the bike itself, but when you're off-road, and it feels very, very nice and very supportive. But the downside is that because the suspension is so good, your legs are a little bit more in motion, so you're constantly either hitting the pedal or you might be jerking on the throttle, and it becomes a very annoying process. So off-road, it doesn't feel too bad. Right here, let's go up this little ramp. Yeah. It's about what I would expect. It feels a lot better than the walkie, to be for certain, but it still has its gives and its takes, and that's why I'm kind of speaking, so you can kind of get a better feel on like how the suspension's eating up the bumps as I go over a bunch of them. So it's like it's not really changing my voice too much, and I can easily go a little faster to show you the difference. I didn't mean to go that fast, but yeah, that's what happens when you're not paying attention. This bike is a little bit fast, because this is producing a lot of torque. So if you're looking for a bike that is fun, but you know, it's not like a dangerous thing, or it's not going to hurt you, then I would say this isn't the bike, because this one, it could easily hurt you. It has a lot of torque behind it. It is very dangerous, and if you're not careful with it, you will hurt yourself. From class 2 unlocked. And first we're going to do pedal, and we're only going to do pedal assist one and see how far we make it. I can't even pedal it. Or I'm not. Okay, actually, I might need a new throttle. Just because. Wow. So from a dig, I had a lot of trouble going up just this 15% incline without taking major impacts. No, it definitely doesn't like that. Let me pull it up to... Oh! Whew. That's a bit scary. Damn. For context, when I put the wired into second gear, it almost threw me up over that slope. That's why I was kind of spooked. But the wired is an absolute unit, because it was able to go up this entire mountain on a rear wheel drive whereas the walkie still needed the all-wheel drive to get up here on first gear. I put it in second, but that was pretty much right at the end. I would say it made it in first for the entirety of the play. This bike is incredibly powerful, so I would not take it as a joke. I'm not saying this lightly when I'm surprised that it made it up here just on the first gear. So that's incredibly strong for any bike and for any feet. Mind you, it's pulling like at least 200 pounds, and it's going up at this point right here. It's at a 40 or 50% slope right here at the end. So that's why I say that. Alright guys, and lastly I have the top speed and the range. So I have noticed that if you adjust the speed size of the settings, it makes the bike way faster and go faster as far as the GPS is showing. As far as my range, I got around 90 when I maybe at 10 miles when I'm riding on the last two. It's usually like 30 to 40 when I'm going on class 5. But I say 80 to 90 because I have been riding it above it, and it's been very enjoyable. So yeah, if you're doing it for something like that, it's a great bike. It's very well made. They put a little bit too much Loctite on everything if you ask me, but the bike is good. If you're looking to buy it, just be wary of everything that I've already stated. It's very powerful. The battery is very hard to get out, and it's just very overall jerky. It's dangerous if you're not careful. You will hurt yourself, but overall I would say the bike is very, very good. It's well built. It's very strong. I enjoy going at high speeds with it, but I don't always do it, obviously, because it's not the best thing to be doing. It is a very comfy and enjoyable bike that I foresee myself riding many more times. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. God bless and take care. I will be going over why I won't be buying a walkie bike ever again, and I will also be doing a range test in the future for both the walkie and wired bikes, and just kind of go over other little nitbits and things with them. And I will probably show at one point or the other how to replace a motor, because I will be swapping out the motor on the walkie front end, so that'll be a good experience if anybody else would like to see that. But anyways, God bless, take care. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please do me a favor and like the video and subscribe for more.